Our cryptocurrency is going to crash lower. We have recovered. We've bounced up a good bit, but is the crashing over with? And I actually have some very important information to show you why cryptocurrencies had crashed and crashed as much as they did. Cryptos actually were not going to crash as much as they did, except because this particular thing that we are going to be talking about in this video. So make sure you stay until the very end. Now, if you love cryptocurrency content, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe with notifications on so you do not miss these time-sensitive videos. And let me know in the comments below, do you think we are going to crash further? Have we seen the bottom yet? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, getting straight into the video. What we can see is that cryptocurrencies have obviously crashed. It's very obvious to everyone. But now we are starting to see some support structure. We are starting to see somewhat of a bounce as cryptocurrencies, just from the other day, have seen about a 20% move at least. Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of the slower cryptocurrencies have seen at least a 20% move, and a lot of altcoins like Shiba Inu and Dogecoin have seen even bigger moves. Take a look at this. Dogecoin had bounced up 41%. If you would have bought the dip in the last couple of days, you would have made 41% off of Dogecoin. Taking a look at Shiba Inu, just another coin, for example, this coin from the dip, from the bottom of the dip to the top, 60%. The altcoins, whenever cryptocurrencies crash, those are some of the best buying opportunities, especially if you are short term. You can just make 60, 50% in literally a day, a very short period of time. You get in, you get out, and even if you hold longer and those cryptocurrencies continue to go up as the market overall begins to recover, you'll see hundreds of % gains in very short periods of time. That's why whales actually cause crashes to happen. That's why you'll see people with a lot of money in the crypto market, when cryptos are crashing, they get really excited, really greedy. And those are opportunities for them to make the most money. You can't make the most money when cryptos have already pumped up hundreds of % that are near the top. There's not much more room to go. When cryptocurrencies crash, when they crash 50%, 60%, like we have seen for some altcoins, and some altcoins we have seen 99.999% crashes like Luna. When you buy some of those crashes, except for Luna, you can make some serious cash, especially if you hold those dips for a long period of time. And that is a strategy called dollar cost averaging, which we do in the Patreon. In addition, in my Patreon, which is a private community where we have buy and sell alerts for cryptocurrencies. And also you get my daily newsletters that come out when I give you guys information on what's happening in the crypto market, where are things headed. You get access to all that information. Now, here is the thing. Let's get back into the video. Cryptocurrencies are appearing to recover. The question is that everyone is asking, are they going to go lower? And we're also going to be talking in just a second about why cryptos actually crash. We talked a little bit about it, but I have proof. I have some real crazy information that you cannot miss. So here is the thing. Cryptocurrencies, are they going to crash? Are they going to go lower? Well, if we zoom out, ladies and gentlemen, if we zoom out, cryptocurrencies, altcoins, pretty much every single crypto is in a significant downtrend. Since November, we've reached a peak and we've tried to come back up. We've tried to recover, but we have failed. Now, here is the thing. Is this downtrend going to continue? As we see right here, Ethereum and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, they are continuing to go lower. And as we know that from cryptos, when they drop, when they do go lower, they do see bounces. There are bounces up on the way, but we're still in a downtrend. So to make money in this market is to make sometimes some short plays, which we do in the Patreon with buy and sell alerts. But to make money in crypto, the best thing to do, especially if you are short-term minded, is when things are going up, you buy when things are crashing and things are scary. You buy low and sell high. That's the object of the game. That's how you make money in crypto. You buy low and sell high. These are awesome opportunities for traders. If you are making short-term plays, you can capitalize even when things are going down off of these bounces, off of these green days, and they're indicators. There's a lot of things through technical analysis, which you can learn with my course at MYLESGinvestments.com, or even in the Patreon, where you can see when the time is to dip and you could sell and then you could buy back, so on and so forth. But there's also some other strategies, just like I did mention about dollar cost averaging. The people that make the most money investing, especially in cryptocurrencies, are not the day traders. Honestly, no. Statistically, the answer is not the day traders. But the people that make the money in this crypto market are the people that dollar cost average and hold long term. Because if you take a look 4 years ago, look at this. Ethereum reached a peak of $1,300, crashed all the way down to about $300, and then eventually at $50 and so forth. And it appeared as dead. And look at a couple of years later, Ethereum was $50, it reached $5,000. That is an incredible gain. And people that were freaking out and panicking here, oh my gosh, I bought the top of Ethereum, it's so much down, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. A couple of years later, those people that dollar cost average and bought that dip, those people are extremely wealthy. And even the people before them and the people before them, the people that dollar cost average, and it is stress-free. You don't have to worry about buying and selling so frequently, except when it comes time in the years to come. If you do plan on holding for years, cryptocurrencies are a long-term investment. They're not going to make the most gains right here and now. Some altcoins will because they pump and dump, but the cryptos that are going to be around here for the long term, these cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, in my opinion, maybe Shiba Inu, maybe Dogecoin. Some of these cryptocurrencies, if they are going to be around in a long time, especially the ones that are well trusted, that you know that are great projects, great utility, these cryptocurrencies, they can be bought at these dips. And over time, when you keep buying the dips and you keep buying the crashes, that portfolio, yes, it may be down. There's going to experience volatility. There's going to be crashes. But if you are in it for the long run, the next couple of years, that's when the real money is made, because Ethereum and cryptocurrencies, every several years, they continue to go higher and break higher highs every single time. Bitcoin continues to break higher highs every single bull run. Bitcoin just reached $69,000. A couple of years ago, it was $3,000. And years before that, it was a couple of hundred. And then years before that, it was pennies. And now look where they are at. That's the type of financial opportunity we have in cryptocurrencies. So can cryptos go down from here? Yes, cryptos can go down faster than you can expect and greater than you can expect. Despite all the TA, out there, despite all the technical levels where Bitcoin is not going to go below 30 and Bitcoin is not going to do this, Bitcoin is not going to do that. Cryptos can do all different types of things that you can least expect in a very short period of time. So just know that as well. Now, the question is, are cryptos at the bottom? Have we reached the bottom? I don't know yet. Nobody has that answer, but it could be highly possible. Cryptos have bounced up quite significantly in the stock market as well. The S&P 500, the NASDAQ has recovered today significantly, ladies and gentlemen. And that is a good sign. That is a very good, strong sign to see the NASDAQ, to see some of the stock market, the indices in the stock market begin to recover and to bounce up fast. They bounced up very fast today. That is a very, very good sign, something very important for us to keep note of. Now, cryptocurrencies are completely dependent upon the stock market. When the stock market crashes, cryptos crash. When the stock market is trading sideways, cryptos sometimes will pump and dump and trade sideways as well. But when the overall markets all over the world are bearish, when they're going down, when they're crashing, it's going to be very, very hard for cryptos to pump and to go parabolic. But when all overall markets, when they're recovering, when they're going up, that's when cryptos and stocks and all different types of things can go up together. So if we want to understand if we are bouncing up, if we are recovering, we have to keep our eye on the markets. We have to keep our eye on the stock market, the indices, see what they are doing. But so far, the stock market is appearing to bounce up and to recover. It might not recover very fast. It might just trade sideways and slowly go up until the market becomes bullish again. These are certain possibilities that may or may not happen. But if the stock market does begin to recover, cryptos will recover, and we may have reached the bottom. It's certainly a possibility. But if the stock market next week and the next coming weeks, especially the future Fed meetings regarding interest rates and inflation, depending on how that affects the stock market, is going to show us if cryptocurrencies are at the bottom, if they're going to recover, and if they're going to go up here very soon. I think that there is going to be somewhat of a faster recovery than people are expecting, and that in the next couple of months, within 60 days, I think that we probably will be a lot higher in the stock market and in cryptocurrencies. So we could see some corrections as are normal, usually in May. Every single year, usually in May, there are corrections. There are big crashes in the stock market and cryptos. So this happens all the time, honestly. Me personally, I think we could go lower, but I'm very hopeful. I'm very optimistic that we have reached the bottom. We may trade sideways, but I do believe that there is going to be a future rally here soon, a relief rally. Yes, cryptos have bounced up a little bit, like I have said and mentioned, but I do believe that cryptocurrencies will see a big pump here as a relief rally very soon. It could be a dead cat bounce, but I do think there's going to be somewhat of a decent move here in the next couple of days. Maybe by next week, I'm thinking Sunday night, Monday morning, Monday, Tuesday. We should see somewhat of a decent bounce, and then we may continue trading sideways, but nobody knows yet. Nobody knows. But by continuing to watch the US dollar, but continuing to watch the stock market, we're going to start to see signs if that recovery is actually happening. Now, here is something very important that I want to share with you. Charles Hoskinson, one of the founders and creators of Cardano, had made this post that was actually deleted. It said, and he forwarded this apparently. So he said, here's the word on the street on Luna. So BlackRock and Citadel, which are major financial institutions, borrowed 100,000 Bitcoin from Gemini It appears in their loan book. They swapped 25,000 Bitcoin of that into UST. This was all done quietly in anticipation of the attack. When the time was right, they called up Do Kwon at Terra Foundation and said they wanted to sell a lot of Bitcoin for UST. As it was a large trade, they told him they did not want to move the market and asked if he would like to buy their large block of Bitcoin at a discount for UST. Do Kwon took the bait. He gave them a huge chunk of UST, thus lowering the UST liquidity significantly. And at that point, BlackRock Citadel dumped all of their Bitcoin in UST, causing massive slippage and triggering a cascade of forced selling in both assets. The real problem was BlackRock Citadel knew that Anchor, which holds a lot of Luna, was a Ponzi scheme, and they offered 20% staking APY for Christ's sake, and this crash would trigger more withdrawals than Anchor could repay. These forced withdrawals and selling would trigger a massive sell-off in Luna, thus further breaking the $1 peg and wrecking the market further. BlackRock and Citadel can now buy the Bitcoin back cheaply to repay the loan and pocket the difference, while billions of longs in Bitcoin were wiped out. This was pure market manipulation. So this whole craziness of cryptos crashing was primarily due through speculation because of this whole Luna fiasco that was exploited by Citadel and BlackRock, who maybe have shown that they tried to drop the price of Bitcoin, which they did, of course, so that they can buy cryptos cheaper. That's the goal of these whales, ladies and gentlemen. What they do is they want to crash cryptocurrencies so they can buy these cryptocurrencies at a massive discount because they know the future of crypto. What do you all think about this in the comments below? Do you think this is true? What do you all think? But Luna had to sell so much, billions and billions of Bitcoin to pay for UST to try to fix the peg, and this whole situation was potentially caused. Of course, we had the stock market crashing, going down. Cryptos would have crashed, maybe not as much as they did, but this whole massive sell-off caused cryptos to dip significantly. So we may actually be at the bottom. We may actually be at the bottom because we have pretty much reached the highest point of fear. The massive sell-off happened very quickly, we bounced up quickly. So let me know what you all think about this in the comments below. Now, if you want to get access to my trade alerts, join the Patreon. If you want to also learn technical analysis, you can learn all of my investment trading secrets and technical analysis at MYLESGinvestments.com. All the links will be in my video description. Thank you so much for staying into this video, staying into the end. Smash the like button, share this video with a friend or family member, and I will see you all later.